It's early December and we're nearing the end of this disastrous year in which much has happened since the peak of the year. We have witnessed a straight month of falling prices in real estate and stock due to the interest rate hike. There are questions that have been asked by many buyers who are either sitting on the sideline or just simply confused about the market. In this video, I would like to address some of the most common questions and try my best to answer them based on my opinion. If you are interested, grab the coffee and let's dive into it. Hi there, welcome back to the AV Team Real Estate channel, and as usual, I'm Antonio, the local real estate agent in the GTA. If you don't know by now, I post all related real estate content in Toronto. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel so that I can keep creating videos just like this. And of course, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, feel free to book a call with me with the first link in the description, or simply call or text me at the number on the screen and I'm glad to help. As I'm helping a client go through a downsizing strategy, we have been looking at the numbers of homes, and this is the question that I've been often asked: why some homes aren't selling and have been on the market for so long, while others were just sold within a week or 2 to 3 days. As she asked me, she started to notice as we went through the house, and I asked, you are also looking to buy, and why are all the homes that you like so fast while the one that you weren't interested remain on the market? She began to respond to her own question by stating that she was looking for homes that did not require her to do additional work to fix the house, and that renovation are much more expensive. Yes, most of the homes that were sold quickly were the ones that were freshly renovated, and with the downturn of the market, they are selling at lower prices as well. I could also add that investors are much more cautious and the move up or downsizing buyers are much more active. From time to time, I speak to many outbound people calling me through my videos or my website, and they wonder what the current trend is in the current real estate market while they are sitting on the sidelines waiting for opportunities. During the early year, we were experiencing the peak of the market, where it was setting record high prices and multiple offers were everywhere. And then the term FOMO is the usual term you heard during that time. It simply means fear of missing out. People were bidding for homes left and right. Then people start asking, what is FOOP means? F-O-O-P, when describing the current real estate market. It is pretty much the opposite of FOMO, which is fear of overpaying. Let's face it, the psychology and emotion of the current state of the real estate market are the most powerful motivator for buyers. If everyone is thinking that the property could fall further next month, nobody would be buying. I know people would probably criticize me as a realtor for saying that the price is starting to bottom out so that I could reassure the buyer that they could buy now to make a commission. Instead, I would challenge the buyer to ask the realtor to put up the data of the most recent sales. You will probably see that the prices are not falling as much for the past month. My personal opinion would be that the sellers are starting to adapt the prices and they are not willing to go down any further since the first rate hike. I understand that we have almost gone down in sales by 50% so far, and it is not going to be pretty in the near future. However, the inventory and the new listing are also at the very low end. What does that mean? There aren't many to choose from, and prices are starting to be stable at the moment. That of course depends on what pocket you are currently looking at, but for my part and my clients, we are definitely witnessing that. The thing is, if you are a current buyer and you find a property that you like that has been on the market for a long time and has dropped in price by 100,000 to 200,000, this is obviously a good time to buy. In reality, there is nobody who could time the perfect bottom. If someone is telling you that, I'm certain they are lying to you. However, this makes the most sense for people looking to move up or downsize. If you enjoy the type of content in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And comment down below if you like the video format where I give input from my active day-to-day client stories, where you could also benefit from knowing more about the current real estate market. Until now, I'm sure we can all agree that all problems began when inflation reached its peak this year, and the Fed's strategy was to raise interest rates to reduce the demand in the hope of lowering the inflation. Inevitably, that would impact the real estate market today, but the question that is often asked now is when we would see the end of the rate increase. Interest rates have only steadily increased thus far, and each time they have increased more than anticipated. The most shocking increase took place on July 13 when they increased by the whole basis point. However, the most recent statement in the late October anticipated a rise of 0.75 basis points, but for the first time it was only 0.50 points lower than anticipated. In reality, this is a sign that we are closer to the end than the beginning of this rate hike. If the trend and direction are going down instead of the 0.50 point or more expected in December or the beginning of the new year, and it starts to go lower than expected, then the target would have been maybe 0.25 in December and another 0.25 in the beginning of the new year, totaling roughly about 4.25%. Again, this is my assumption based on the fact that we are seeing the lower rate in late October, and soon we will know when the December announcement is released. If you have seen the most recent tweet from Tiff Macklem, the current governor of the Bank of Canada, you will have noticed that he admitted that for the first time in its history, the bank made a loss of $522 million in the third quarter. Currently, there is a pressure to keep increasing the interest rate, and how long could Canadians, including the government, afford to service the debt? This is a domino effect, and it not only affects the people who are carrying a high amount of mortgage, but also the real estate related work such as construction, building contractors, materials, and much more. It is difficult to believe that an increase in interest rates, whether variable or fixed, could have such a large impact on people, especially when we're talking about thousands of dollars per month. The problem is we don't see the salary or wage increase that could offset this big increase in the monthly payment. Could we see an increase in the ease of mortgage extension for people renewing their mortgage? Let's say they were in a normal 25-year amortization, and normally they would have to extend for the remaining 20 years. They may, however, allow them to extend to 30 years or even more in order to reduce their mortgage payments so that they can afford it. Could we see a weaker stress test in the future instead of a current rate of over 7%? I believe that change will be made to address this issue, but this will imply that people will have less money to spend, potentially leading to a severe recession in the future. And on the other side, that is what I would expect from the renewal part. But for new purchases, that could be a whole new story and might not have the benefit of having a longer amortization. However, it is true that this is the pain that we need to address if a bigger recession is not on the horizon. We are still experiencing the fastest rate hike in history for this year, but hopefully we will see a slowdown in the next 6 months. Of course, that will remain to be seen. I'm sure there are far more questions about the real estate these days, but I will end it here. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section and we'll see if it's a good topic for the next video. Anyway, I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.